Reimagine this link into the Pensacola downtown and waterfront. It's a civic space like none other in our city, a symbol and expression of Pensacola's urban identity and future direction. The Hollice T. Urban Linear Greenway is a landscaped interface to the city center and waterfront that transforms how visitors and residents experience Pensacola. Just imagine.
Yesterday, today, the future.
An engaging civic space making a positive statement about the livability and vibrancy of our city. The bold vision has been realized, resulting in a uniquely attractive segment of the public realm that has infused the city's urban fabric with nature's shapes and colors. Just imagine.
Gardens.
A new reality.
Lunch.
An iconic, one-of-a-kind urban green spine that will provide community-wide enjoyment and activity options for all ages. This is the future of the Hollice T. Williams Urban Greenway. This Greenway corridor will not only become a radically revitalized gateway connection into the heart of the city, but a destination for those who seek a unique and culturally diverse venue for recreation or relaxation. Just imagine.
Imagine. I'm running out of words here.
All right. Maybe it's a little corny, but I actually memorized this thing like verbatim in 2015 when we started pushing to build a public skate park. There's been talks of different plans like this since the late 70s when the interstate there was built, and I think it's over 30 blocks of homes were bulldozed. So this really kind of became like the dividing line.
I think Pensacola is a microcosm of America. In years ago, when interstates were being built across America, they had to find the land that was the cheapest land. And many times those were in poor and minority neighborhoods. And so interstates came through the heartbeat of neighborhoods that were thriving neighborhoods. Although they may have been minority and lower class neighborhoods, they were good neighborhoods. And so the interstate kind of came through. And I think that intentionally or unintentionally, the interstates became dividing lines or separating lines, a line of us versus them, of east side, west side, of affluent, non-affluent.
Growing up hasn't exactly been like an area where you'd want to go hang out. So when I saw this plan, it really resonated with me. And to have the skate park be a part of something so much bigger and transformative was something that was just like really attractive to me. So in 2016 or so, when we got the blessing from the city to have that location to build a skate park. This is before we had any money for it. So I was going around talking at schools, Rotary clubs, Sertomas, anybody that would listen, I would talk to about the skate park project. And every time I talked about it, I brought this pamphlet with me and I talked about how I believe this would be a transformative project for our city and how I hoped that, maybe the skate park would be a little bit of a catalyst to push this thing forward. Since the late 70s when this has been talked about. So, about 40 years. 2017, 2018, we had some restore projects. So the restore funding came from the BP oil spill in 2010, and the restore funding is for restoring environmental damages. So this project here, the Hollice T. Williams Greenway, technically it's a stormwater park. So the county was able to get some funding, about $2 million, to put together a legitimate design with landscape architects and engineers. And so today, the city actually has a plan for this 18 blocks, starting at Wright Street, going all the way to Jordan Street. So this was happening, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, when this new plan was being conceptualized. And that was kind of like right in the middle of COVID. So typically, like if the city or the county or whatever is going to work on this kind of a transformative project. It's going to, connect these neighborhoods. We have the East Side neighborhood over here. We have Long Hollow and North Hill. You have East Hill a little bit further. You got downtown right there. You want to kind of bring in all those stakeholders and get their input on what they'd like to see in the park. The city and county, with the engineers and designers, they did their best to do that. But at the time, there wasn't even any funds to actually build it. So I don't even know if the guys that were designing it, if they actually believed it would ever happen, because there was no money identified. It's $20 million plus project. So the community input and stuff that was done for the new plan was minimal. So the skate park opened in, I think, April or May of 2023. And at that time, there was still no funding for this linear park. When DC Reeves, our new mayor, took office, he started a grant office. This was actually a project that the city applied for some grants for. And since the skate park is open, the city's gotten $25 million to start building out this park. I think it's going to be transformative for the city and kind of connecting these two neighborhoods and this corridor. There's already so much cool stuff that's happening even without the Hollice Williams Greenway being in place yet. So I think that's only going to continue. Don't say I didn't warn you, because I think this area is inevitably going to blow up. Although there is a lot of investment and good development happening, I think we're only going to see more. There's so many opportunities and blighted properties, vacant land that are yearning for someone to come breathe some life back in the neighborhood. Also, just wanted to invite everyone during these community input sessions to come out and let your voice be heard. Tell the designers what you'd like to see in the park. It's a legacy project. It's a big reason for why we purchased this property here and why we're going to have our office there. The skate park is a plus, but this larger linear greenway, I think is going to be incredible. So we're really excited to just be invested in this area and excited to watch it unfold. And now everything's kind of coming together. It seems like a special time, and we just want to document it. So we're going to head up to the northern end of the Greenway, make our way through, finish up down by Wright Street, and hopefully finish up in time for a quick session at the skate park.
Sweet.
Okay, so we're at the northern end of the Hollice Williams Park. This is the updated design that was completed within the past year or two. That was the $2 million design. So you'll notice up top, this is what we have currently, and then this is the design. So we're at Maxwell and Haynes Street. So we're right here. This area that we're at, we're gonna have some different rain gardens. We have these walking paths, some benches, landscaped beautifully. You go to that next block, of course we have the rain garden, adding some additional parking. And then these fields now that are used as football and soccer fields, they have a nice walking, jogging path that goes around, and they're going to be kind of like depressed bioswale fields, so there'll also be stormwater fields. So if we have an instance like where we have a ton of rain, they may fill up with some water, but primarily they'll be able to be used. We got a new playground, restroom building coming up on Avery Street. Of course, we got another rain garden. This is the existing pavilion. Making our way down to the new sand volleyball court. You can see how this path kind of meanders under the interstate here. So right over there we have North Hill. Over that way we have the East Side neighborhood and East Hill. Streets like Blunt Street and Gonzales Street, those are through streets, so they connect pretty much all the way to the bayou and beyond, and then they go all the way west, past Pace Boulevard. You see the existing tennis courts and basketball courts. They did add a sand volleyball court. We got the dog park right here. The dog park, and so that's at right at about Mallory Street. And then that's just north of the pool, and the pool is actually brand new. Hunter Pool, it's newly renovated. This block here, we're on the corner of Lee and Haynes Street. This is what's really exciting to me is they have this big outdoor amphitheater design. They got a splash pad up at the high part of the block, a restroom building, and of course we gotta have the rain gardens. On that corner over there, the corner of Lee and Haynes Street, the other corner, we've got a skate spot on the design. Having a little skate spot there, you're skating to the park from Long Hollow, North Hill, East Hill, or the East Side neighborhood. You get to stop at your little spot. Maybe get some warm-ups, some ledge tricks. Moving south to Brainerd Street, we actually have this pond with kind of a cool overlook. We call it an overlook plaza, connecting people, nature, art, and water. Then you come to Gonzalez Street. Remember, Gonzalez is a through street, so in East Hill, that's the one that goes past the old Sacred Heart building, where you have, Ozone's Pizza, about to have the Burrow, which is going to be really cool. So stop there on your way coming down to the Greenway and downtown. And if you take Gonzalez Street and make a left, of course you're going to come up on more rain gardens.
The rain gardens.
But we've also got no.
Yeah, I did.
We've also got sculpture and art wall, kind of a storyboard timeline, and last but not least, another rain garden.
That's perfect.
And then we cross over Cervantes, and things get a little bit more interesting with a skate park.
Skate park.
All right, so we're here at the skate park now, just south of the police station, corner of Haynes Street, Jackson, Tarragona, and Larua. So this skate park actually technically is phase one of this larger 18-block Hollice T. Williams Greenway. And so built the skate park, still some landscaping that's gonna be added around that edge over there by the train tracks, and that northeast corner is gonna get built out. We're gonna add some bathrooms up there, which is gonna be really nice. And then we are kind of at like the southern end of the Greenway now. This block to the south over here is gonna be used. Of course we have the rain garden, but kind of a market plaza is what they have planned, with all these booths for different vendors. Have cultural exhibit number 4, and just past that, you have the Bay Center down there, which that's kind of like the entrance into our downtown. But just past the market plaza, we have the South Gateway, another neighborhood history exhibit, and you better believe we're gonna have a rain garden too. So that's kind of an overview of what's planned for the Hollice Williams Greenway. It's really cool that the city has the funding to move forward with this now, so it's not like a vision or a dream. It's something that's for real. It's gonna happen. And so I hope that everyone is, will come out to the community input meetings and community engagement meetings and let the city know and the county know what you guys would like to see here. Yeah, just excited to kind of document the progress as this thing unfolds, and see what this neighborhood looks like 3, 5, 10, 20 years from now, because it's definitely changed a lot recently. The Hollice Williams Greenway, I mean, this is a big reason why we invested in this property over here. And we're gonna have our office there. We're gonna have the Upward Intuition office, and we're gonna have the Shell Group, our real estate office there as well. And yeah, just excited to watch the progress unfold. I think Mick and I are gonna skate for a few, and we will catch you guys on the next video.